Did you get ready in the dark or something? Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tessa. This is going to be your mid-October full moon in Aries Halloween tarot special, okay? So welcome to this very special tarot reading. I'm so excited to be doing these. If you have already subscribed to my channel and you watched the October 2021, I mentioned that I wasn't sure if I was going to be doing a mid-October, but I was like, nope, I have to make room. I have to make time to do these videos, and I love it when I'm able to make time to film because it really is my happy place to just be at home, be in the comfort of my own home, and to just, light some candles, turn on the camera, and just kind of get into some spiritual shit, okay? Just tap into the other side, tap into these beautiful realms. Every single tarot deck was created with so much inspiration and love and mysticism and magic, and I absolutely adore anything creativity related, okay? And just when it comes to sharing truths and insight and channeling in to your intuition, and it just makes me really happy, okay? So I really enjoy doing these, so I hope you guys do as well. So I've been having a lot of fun filming these readings for this specific series for this specific series, just because it's a little different. So basically what you can expect from this video, I am going to get into your tarot reading, okay? So there is going to be a tarot reading, but I am going to there's going to be a little bit of a story time, and it's not long at all, I promise you, okay? I'm only reading 2 pages from this book, and it's in relation to the theme of the reading, okay? So it's not just something out of nowhere, okay? So hopefully a lot of you subscribers or people watching this still love books, and you love reading, and you love learning new things and expanding your horizons. But if you're here just to hear about you and how this relates to you, then trust me, it will relate, okay? It will relate, okay? Every single video, I am reading a particular segment of this book for every single zodiac sign because it's relevant to the mid-October up through the end of October. It is relevant for everybody, okay? And that is the full moon in Aries. Now, the full moon in Aries is going to be October 19th. Every single moon phase, whether it's a new moon or a full moon or a crescent or a gibbous, every single moon phase and every single zodiac sign that those moon phases fall under is attached to a specific energy. It is attached to a specific story, okay? So just so you know, I'm reading from the Moon Phase Astrology book. It's super cool. It just kind of tells a little bit of a story of the moon phase that you were born under, okay? And because we're going to be talking about the full moon in Aries, it's called the Warrior's Moon, okay? So when the full moon, when the moon is in Aries and it's a full moon, it manifests as a very specific kind of energy. It tells a very specific kind of story, and it can, unconsciously kind of trigger us in ways that we're not always aware, okay? And it can trigger our emotions in specific areas of our lives because every single one of us does harbor every single sign in the zodiac, okay? And that sign takes place in a very specific area of your life, okay? So without further ado, before I actually read this, and then I'm going to kind of talk about the theme of what I like of the Warrior Moon. So there's a very specific theme for the Warrior Moon, and then we're going to base the tarot reading off of that theme, and we're going to ask a very specific question. In my opinion, it is related to Halloween, and it is related to this time of year because it kind of makes you dive a little bit deeper and look into maybe the shadow sides of yourself, and maybe confront something that maybe you never thought of before, or you've never seen, or you've never it's kind of hidden, it's part of your shadow self, or it's part of your unconscious side, okay? The moon and your emotions can typically take place in an unconscious realm if you're not tuned in or tapped into it. Water signs are probably more in tune with that part of themselves. If you're not a water sign, maybe you have a water moon, so you are in tune with your more emotional side, but you know, everybody is different and everybody processes their emotions differently, okay? But there are always things hiding. There are always, always, always parts of us that are like, you know, trying to creep on in, trying to be like, hey, remember me, remember me? And that is why I feel like this is related to Halloween, because Halloween, all the spirits want to come out and play, all the little characters and the fairies and the goblins and the monsters and the witches and the wizards, and even if you're dressing up as like a nurse or a construction worker, you know, it doesn't matter, because if that is not your everyday job, you are still embracing a completely other dimension and a completely other reality. And there are people in this world who do live in the reality of monsters and fairies, and that is a reality. So, you know, Halloween, you embrace a different reality. You embrace a different dimension if you choose to dress up, you know. But it's fun that all that kind of comes out around this time of year, and people do embrace that, okay? I think it should be embraced all year round, but, you know, that's just me. All right, so let me see who I'm talking to, because I have no idea. I'm talking to Pisces. Hello, Pisces. So you guys are like, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. And I'm just kidding. I don't know. Okay, so, yeah, so I used to, when I first started this channel, I would, like, be spontaneous sometimes in my videos, and I would pull the zodiac signs as I was filming. So I did that as well. I was shuffling the Deviant Moon Tarot deck. I absolutely love this deck. I grabbed all the major arcana cards that represent a zodiac sign. So I just pulled Pisces, the moon. All right, Pisces, so we are going to do your tarot reading after I read a couple of pages from this book about the warrior's moon. And I am going to be using the Murder of Crows Tarot. Freaking phenomenal deck. I'm in love with it. It's all in black and white. It's just like, it just like touches my soul. And then we're going to clarify with the Tarot Pagan Cat mini deck. And then I'm going to pull one card from the Oracle of Souls, the Mausolea Oracle of Souls, for a final message, okay? So let's get into this warrior's moon, and then I will tell you the theme of our reading for today. All right. So the warrior's moon, the full moon in Aries. The full moon in Aries sees the daring adventurer become the full-blown warrior who fights in honor for a good cause. The warrior has come a long way from the brigand who could not believe or trust in anything. His adventuring has shown him a wider world. And while he has seen its many trials and sorrows, he has also met brave souls trying their best to make it better. He decides that he is ready to become one of those brave souls, and he devotes himself to training for that job. Training is the first part of the warrior's path, and thus the warrior's moon. Fighting effectively is more than just running into the battle in blind wrath. The first demons that need to be subdued are the ones inside, and this is the lesson that the warrior must learn before he can pick up a sword. There is the demon of laziness. It's easier to skip over those little details or to ignore ambivalent truths in favor of writ large, easy to understand, sweeping generalizations, or to stay in bed that extra hour instead of getting up and running. There is the demon of pettiness, which chisels away at honor with its bitter little voice, telling the warrior how much better he ought to be treated, or how he isn't really understood, or how he should not have to put up with all this hardship. There is the demon of impatience. I want to be on the front lines now. Never mind all this messing around with training and self-improvement. I'm sure that I could take the enemy now, no matter that he has 10 years more experience and twice the allies. And of course, there is the ever-present Mars, demon of wrath. This will be the hardest one of all for the Aries warrior to wrestle down, and it is his greatest weakness. But any warrior who can be goaded into rage can be herded blindly into a fatal trap. These, more than any more specific skill, are the lessons that the warrior needs pounded into his head. After the training, there is the battle. Here is where courage shows its flag. The warrior must choose his cause carefully because he needs to be able to believe in it no matter how badly things go. The courage of Aries is based in his ideals. If you can't believe that it is a worthy goal, the battle is lost before it has begun. After his first battle, the warrior learns a potent truth. that if you have utter faith in the goal, it doesn't matter if you don't have complete faith in yourself to be the one to achieve it. Faith in the goal will pull you past your self-doubt. On the Warrior's Moon, we fight for what we believe in. This is a lone battle, and it is especially effective if we are fighting with no approval from others, and perhaps even in spite of their disapproval, although deliberately inducing disapproval is missing the point. Such battles need to be fought as if there is no audience, just the warrior and the enemy, and the innocents who must not be trampled, something that the warrior often forgets. The Warrior's Moon is also a time of grappling with the aforementioned demons and learning patience. It may be that the best use of this moon, if there are no external opportunities for fighting for a cause, is to choose one of those internal enemies to do battle with and dedicate the time to that lessening. People born under the Warrior's Moon need a cause that they can fight for with all of their heart. Remember that the moon is about emotions, and they must create room in their lives to make fighting for that cause into a spiritual quest. If they don't have a place to put their warrior energy, it will spurt out in aggressive, harmful ways that can ruin their relationships. If the rest of the chart is particularly introverted, that energy can turn inward and create health problems, nervous breakdowns, and nightmares. A Warrior's Moon person who frequently dreams about being besieged by enemies and losing dramatically should take this as a warning. You need to be fighting real battles in real life, either with your own internal demons or with external injustices, and preferably both. Warrior's Moon people also tend to be combative in their personal relationships, and ideally they choose a partner who they can consider a comrade in arms, someone who can push back when they push forward, but always in a loving way. A partner who is bearing the brunt of their combative instinct needs to set good boundaries and redirect their warrior outward. There is plenty of injustice in the world that makes battles over the breakfast toast recede in importance. Okay, Pisces, so I hope all that was making sense. So basically this is about like channeling our emotions in a constructive way, right? Like channeling those like inner demons and not just the inner demons, but like believing in a cause, right? Believing that that our fight is not just within ourselves, but it's also like it takes place on a spiritual plane, right? It takes place in a realm where perhaps there are sides of ourselves that we don't, feel like are real sides of ourselves, like perhaps there are certain like demons or energies that are attaching themselves to us that want to kind of claim our souls, right? For lack of a better word, who want to kind of like turn us to the dark side, and like that is something that we have to fight. Okay, so it's like there are inner demons, but then there are also things from the outside world that we feel like we have to fight. Okay, so it's kind of about like channeling, discovering what that is, discovering, if it was just you and your enemy, if no one else in the world existed but you and your enemy, what would that enemy look like? Would that enemy be something outside of yourself? Would that enemy be like a specific idea that's in front of you, or a specific person who behaves a certain kind of way? Or would that enemy be some internal demon that is standing in your own way? Okay, so that is our theme for this reading. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards from Murder Crow. So we're going to take a look to see what battle is it that you are fighting. Okay, from October 19th, the full moon in Aries, up through the end of the month. If you are a Pisces rising, this full moon in Aries is going to be transiting your 2nd house of Taurus. So it's the house of resources, long-term stability, finances, possessions, values, beauty. So if you're a Pisces rising, it's very possible that your fight towards the end of the month could be related to your personal possessions. It could be related to some financial matters. It could be related to something that has some kind of maybe like significance to you, and it's like fighting for what's yours, or needing, either fighting for what's yours or fighting yourself so you can let go of the things that are really not needed in your life, okay, like possessions or maybe some financial matters, okay? So it can go either one of those ways. Okay, now, if you're a Pisces sun, moon, or rising, this reading is for you. Feel free to check out, if you have a different moon sign or a different rising sign, feel free to check that out as well. There could be a message for you in one of those videos. So let's see what you are currently fighting, Pisces, for the end of October. Okay, what is Pisces fighting right now? Okay, so we have the Four of Wands. Okay, this is Venus in Aries. Okay, very interesting. So you could be like, so the first thing that I got over here was like fighting for a house or fighting for, there could be someone who has taken the reins. There could be like a person in your life. It could be an ex-partner. It could be someone who has kind of claimed certain territory over some of your possessions. Okay, and this is somebody that you're needing to fight. Kind of like an ex-wife or an ex-husband, like maybe your ex has taken all your money and you're trying to fight for your own sake. Like, I'm really just seeing someone who's just like, I am the queen, and I will have my minions and I will have everybody on my side and I will get what I want. And it's like you're fighting this person, you're trying to fight this person because maybe like they want to take everything from you, okay? For some other Pisces out there, you could be fighting for a certain relationship. There could be another connection that you are wanting to come together with. There could be another connection that you are wanting to build a foundation, because Venus in Aries, this energy is about coming together with another person to build a new foundation. So it could be like, wanting to build a foundation, wanting to build something with another person, but it's like something is blocking you and you are needing to fight. You are needing to fight to make that happen. And for some of you, perhaps the reason why it's not happening is because there is this person from the past who you have done that with, and they have taken it all away. So you could be fighting some demons within you that are preventing you from now taking this step with this new person to try to create and build a life with that person, and you're having to fight these demons because of like a past situation where this person ended up taking everything away from you. Okay, so that's for some of you. What else is Pisces needing to fight? There is a card that flipped here. What's this? Okay, this is the Knight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. Okay, so you could be fighting your, you could have a very impulsive desire to like take action, okay? So you could be feeling like very impulsive, very passionate about this situation, whether, this past situation, or the future. You could be feeling very impulsive to want to take action, okay, to want to do something about it. And I feel like you're fighting your impulses, like you're fighting your impulse to want to do something about it and to want to take action towards it, towards this maybe like past person who has like taken something from you. But also, I think you're also fighting your impulses to go towards a new person, maybe because you feel like you're still fighting some other demons, or you're still fighting the past person and you don't want to go towards the new person while you still have this like this energy and this like anger for this other person and this like passion and just kind of like for this other person. So it's like you don't want to carry that into the future with you. Okay, and then we have the Fool card as the final card. Okay, so the Fool card is the card of Uranus. It's major arcana. It's all about new beginnings, taking a leap of faith, trusting in the universe, you know, like not knowing what's going to happen, like seeing the mystery in front of you and just doing it anyway. Okay. And it's like, I feel like you're kind of fighting that too. It's like you're fighting this new beginning. You're fighting this new beginning because it's like you want to have a new beginning. You want to have a new beginning, but it's like it's almost like you feel like you still have to fight through some of this like past stuff, because the Knight of Wands over here, he's not looking towards this new beginning. He's looking at the past. He's looking at this past situation, this past person. He's looking at what was taken from him. He's not looking at the new beginning, but the beginning is there. It's like waiting for him, right? So like this, the Fool energy is just kind of like, you know, the Fool energy is ready to just like take on life, you know, take on this new path and just kind of like explore life and get lost in the mystery. And he's kind of like looking at the Knight of Wands, like, are you coming? Are you coming? And the Knight of Wands is like, I got to deal with something. He's just like, I got to deal with something. Okay, because he's looking the other way, right? So the Fool is looking at the Knight, and you see the Knight's head is turned that way. The Knight's head is turned towards this person over here who has like crowned herself the queen of everything. And you're like, sorry, I got to take care of this. All right, I'll get back to you on that. Funny reading, Pisces. Very funny reading. Okay, let's clarify. Let's get into, I want to see what this Four of Wands is all about. Is this, I feel like I'm really feeling like for some of you, this is like an ex, someone who has just like, I don't know what, like I'm feeling like this person has crowned himself or crowned herself like Lord of, you know, Lord of her domain, and that domain involves your stuff, or like you could be paying this person, especially if you guys have children, you could be paying this person like child support or something. I don't know. Okay, let's clarify the Four of Wands. What about this Four of Wands? Okay, so we have, Venus in Aquarius. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Four of Swords. That's Jupiter and Libra, healing. Yeah, so you feel betrayed by this person, but there's also some self-deception going on here, Pisces. I feel like you allowed yourself to be deceived. Like you might have maybe thought better of the person. You might have thought better of the situation, but you actually created self-deception, and you were actually fighting kind of like you were fighting a battle that wasn't honorable, okay? You were fighting a battle that wasn't honorable, and you're like, you had to see the truth. You had to go through a lot of healing. But I also feel like you yourself, like, were kind of guilty in this situation. Like, you were also kind of playing dirty, okay? Like, this person might have been playing dirty, but you were also playing dirty. And now you're, like, trying to heal because this person has, I don't know, this person has kind of like claimed maybe some kind of, I don't know, like this person is like building, right? She's building her foundation, and you're just like resting. You're just resting over here with this Four of Swords, and you're just trying to get back to that independent self, okay? With that Nine of Pentacles over here, so we have 3 Venus cards, so this is some really strong Venus energy. You could have some very prominent Venus in your chart, because we have Venus in Aries, we have Venus in Aquarius, and we have Venus in Virgo. I've never seen that many Venus cards. Venus in Virgo is like self-love, okay? Like needing to take care of yourself, needing to love yourself. in a very healthy and practical way, like taking care of yourself independently, taking care of, you know, making sure that you're good. Now, the Venus in Aquarius is a very, very interesting Venus because this is like self-love to the point. This is an egotistical self-love, okay? Venus in Aquarius is an egotistical self-love. It's a self-love where it's like you don't care who you hurt. You don't really care who you hurt because it's all about you. It's all about what you think, what you believe, what your perspective is, what your cause is. That is more important than what other people think and feel, okay? Now, Venus in Aries is a very, like, passionate, it's like, let's love together. Let's immerse ourselves in this world of love and build our future from the ground up through love and creativity and celebration. It's a very, like, it's a celebratory kind of love. Okay, it's a celebratory kind of love. So, in all honesty, I feel like what I could be seeing here is that, like, perhaps you maybe wanted to give this person a feeling of, like, something to celebrate. You wanted to give this person, like, everything. You wanted to feed their happiness and their creativity, and you might have done that at the expense of someone else, okay? At the expense of someone else with the Five of Swords there. You did it even though perhaps you might have been hurting somebody else, and now you're healing from the situation, and now you're back to loving yourself. All right. Okay, let's clarify the Knight of Wands. We got the Five of Wands. I'm sorry. Five of Wands is Saturn in Leo. We have the King of Pentacles, Taurus energy. Get one more card here. I only need one card. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Swords, Mars and Gemini. Okay. Okay, so there was definitely a lot of conflict with this person. You know, I feel like you do kind of want to go, you do like, yeah, like this person did take advantage of you, and I feel like you do have this urge to want to fight. You do have this urge to, like, kind of confront them and to, like, there's still a lot of conflict inside of you, okay? There's a lot of conflict inside of you. There's anger. There's, you know, you're feeling very impulsive, but it's like you're trying so hard to just focus. Like, I'm looking at this cat. He's so majestic. This king, I don't know if you can see him. This king, I don't have a focus camera, but this King of Pentacles, this cat has his eyes closed, and he's chilling on top of his box. Whatever he's got left, he's putting his hand on his last pentacle, or on his, and he's just like meditating. I feel like that is where he's drawing his strength. He is drawing his strength on this, like, stability for the future. He's drawing his strength on, like, becoming that, like, it's like you just want to become that King of Pentacles again. You want to become that provider again, and you're just, like, meditating on that. But there's so much anxiety attached to this. There's a lot of fear and anxiety, like sleepless nights, maybe like waking up in the middle of the night. There's a lot of stuff attached to this, Pisces. Okay, there's a lot of anxiety attached to this because perhaps it's not, I feel like you're dreaming it, like it's something that you want to be stable, you want to be able to provide, and I'm really feeling like this is directed very much towards this past person. You want to make sure that like, you know, they are provided for, that they are good, but there's also like anger about the fact that you feel that you have to do that, okay? I feel like there's a lot of stress, anxiety, hurt, pain. There's some suffering here, and there's conflict because of the fact that you feel that you need to be this person for this past person. Okay, and I don't think that you're necessarily liking it. Okay, because it's rooted in like there's a lot of ego attached to this. There's a lot of ego attached to it, you know, their ego, and it's like there's a lot of conflict that you have because your ego and their ego is, you know, kind of butting heads there. Let's clarify the Fool. Okay, so this Fool energy is really, really interesting to me because I feel like it's like your future looking at you. I'm really feeling this Fool card as your future looking at you. So let's clarify it. Looking at you. So what does your future have to say? Like, that's just what I'm feeling. I'm sorry. Let's clarify this Fool energy. Okay. So we have the Tower, Mars. Oh, man. We have the Ten of Wands. Saturn in Sagittarius. Oh, man. And we have the Two of Swords, the Moon in Libra. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of the future looking at you. Like, when are you going to start this new path? And it's like, it looks like you're going to have to undergo some like massive, it just looks like something might be coming up in your future, or you might have to undergo some really, really massive transformations, or you're really going to have to go like a really big wake up call. There's going to be a very, very big wake up call because you're going to be working your ass off, basically. Like, you're going to be very burdened. You're not going to feel very free, and you're constantly, like, you're in this state of decision. Like, there's this feeling of being very burdened by this, okay? And, like, kind of like, it's like you are needing a very severe wake-up call. Almost like, but you might also have a Tower moment, and it might wake you up to this realization that, like, you are still very burdened, you know? It's like you just can't escape your situation. There's just like no going around it or something. Like, you just can't escape it. But it does look like you're trying to make some kind of decision here, because with the Two of Swords over here, the Moon in Libra, this is about using your intuition. This is about making a decision. This is about actually choosing a path, choosing to walk away, choosing to go in this direction, choosing to go in that direction. So it looks like you're being faced. Like, the universe is like, you know, this could be your fight, Pisces, that, like, you really need to fight for, like, the past or for the future. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting here, in all honesty. Like, are you going to fight your past, or are you going to fight for your future? I feel like Pisces, you guys tend to live in the past. And you tend to carry that energy with you. And that could be why you're having a hard time making a certain decision. That could be why you're having a really hard time starting this new beginning and going in a new direction and taking a leap of faith towards something new, and like maybe like trusting in the universe and trusting that this could be very good for you, because you are very burdened, and maybe you just like, I don't know, like, you just don't know. You just don't know how to get out of it or something. With the Two of Swords, though, like, just looking at that number 2, it's like, do you for some reason think that people won't help you? Like, do you think that, like, I'm getting this feeling like you think you got to do everything on your own. I'm getting this feeling like you think that you, maybe if you're a male or a female, I don't know, but I get the feeling like you hold a lot of things in, and you don't share the things within, especially with that 10 of Wands there. That 10 of Wands, this cat is just lugging around doing all this stuff, but who the heck is he talking to? Like, I don't know, Pisces, you know, like you keep trying to use your intuition to make a decision, but I don't know, there's something more going on over here. Okay, so let's wrap up this reading with an oracle card. Okay, so that's basically what I'm getting for you, Pisces. It's like you're fighting your past. It's like, what are you going to fight? Are you going to fight your past, or are you going to fight for your future, right? So what is that demon within you that's preventing you from making a decision? Because there's something preventing you from making a decision. Okay, so you got Vanth from the Oracle of Souls, caretaker of the lost, respite, assistance, and memory. Interesting. I want to read it from the book. Okay, Vanth. From the kingdom of Hades, caretaker of the lost. The caretaker of the lost, Vanth, guides the dead who become sidetracked or misled to their proper places. An agent of Hades' mercy. She helps them recall that which they most need to know about themselves. She helps them recall that which they most need to know about themselves. To continue on in the afterlife. Benevolent and dedicated, Vanth provides that which is most needed, at the point where it is most needed. She inspires us to trust those we depend on, and that the tools which will aid us will be there, or will be easily found at the critical moment. It is important to rest, to breathe, and not to give in to panic and fear. Okay. I feel like this is kind of what you're going off of right now, Pisces. It's like, it's almost like you only take action at the most critical moment. At the most critical moments, trusting that the other person is going to have your back in some way. Or it's like taking action in the most critical moment, in the most critical moments. It's like you will continue to walk that tightrope of trying to make a decision. You will continue to walk back and forth with your own intuition until like something literally in real life, in reality, snaps you out of it and like forces you to make a decision. That is what I'm getting over here, okay? It's kind of like something wakes, it's like you get woken up in your memory, or you get woken up somehow within the realm of your own intuition and your own like spirituality and reflection, and like, you know, when you get kind of lost in that realm, and that is when you become this like warrior, and you fight for your cause, and you fight for whether it's like this person or that person, or your past or your future or yourself. Okay, it's like only at the most, it's almost like right when you're about to die. It's like this energy where, you know, you're laying helpless. You know, it's like you're not fighting in all the big battles, and then once everyone is dead, the guy who just killed everybody, you're just wounded, laying in a corner wounded, everyone else is dead, and then at the final moment, the enemy comes in the corner to attack you, and then in a split second, you like get up and like stab them in the foot, and they go down, and then you can kill them. Okay, that is literally the energy that I'm getting from this card. It's like something triggers your memory, and then suddenly you just know what to do. I don't know what that's all about, Pisces. Only you're going to know, okay? So this is my reading for you for mid-October, full moon in Aries, Halloween. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below if you wish. Subscribe to my channel, even better. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe.